Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. Today I'm going to be showing you an all-new design. I've been working on it for a few days. Much smaller than the Battleship Sentinel that I had been working on. Since then I've made a couple of changes to that as well. Changed the armor type and did a couple of things, make it look a little bit cooler, some optimizations here and there visually. But this ship is designed to be kind of like a light frigate or a gunship. It's actually so small it may not even be classified accurately as a frigate, but nonetheless, I was recently watching Battlestar Galactica Razor, and I just really liked the overall look of the Battlestar Pegasus, so I decided to use that as a little bit of inspiration combined with a couple of other ideas I had. This being one of the main new ideas that I had, so you guys can probably guess the way that this ship works. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and run through here, and there we go. This happens every now and again. Let's try this again. This will probably take like 700 tries, but you know, we've got time. So try to inch through here. Yeah, it's already some kind of wacky mode, and okay, good. Okay, awesome, it worked. So basically, yeah, disoriented yet? That's how this ship works. This is actually the main thruster block section. So there's actual generators here, and there's engines here and there. And the reason that I have generators everywhere, different gravity generators in different places, is actually because the way this game works is that it considers everything that's connected to a rotor, namely here, and you guessed it, back here as well, as separate entities. So this is actually technically three separate, completely independent ships that are linked together using, this sort of system. So let me go ahead and get this open and run through it really quick. Yes, that one worked the first time. You can always use jetpacks, but I always like to, pretend that I don't have one on, being just like, a normal crew member of the ship, and is definitely heavily armed. It doesn't use any of the rotor attached small ships weapons. I'm really hoping that they very soon start making these weapons work, because I just really like to see large-scale fleet battles and things like that. The way this particular room is controlled is actually from downstairs. There's a way that you can get down there basically using the little turntable here, but there's currently no efficient way without ruining the aesthetics of this room to get down. So use a jetpack, or I may replace this block here with a corridor. But back out here you'll actually see the exterior of the ship, which is what I'm going to give you guys a brief tour of before we go and we crash them, because I think that crashing is something that my other videos have been disturbingly lacking. So we're going to do that, but I'll give you a bit of a tour of the upper side. This is mirrored, both upper and lower. There are side cannons, so this thing definitely has a lot of cannons, has a lot of missile launchers. So you see this section controls basically the yaw, this controls the pitch, and this controls the the forward and reverse motions. One of the reasons, besides the fact that I think it looks cool to have this rotating main engine array, is because I think one of the most targeted areas on a lot of ships, especially if this was fixed, was, okay, let's take out the engines on this craft so that they're kind of dead in the water, and then we can just board and wreak havoc on it, because a moving target is always more difficult than a stationary target. So this is actually capable, of course you can always stop it in any configuration, so if it needs to go through a really, wide but short in height, it can go horizontal, but it can stay in the configuration it's right about to get into if it needs a narrower but it has a higher clearance. So it's a little bit versatile in that way. I've got this going before at like 30 meters per second, so that can also be used kind of like, okay, we're going to firefight, make it really hard for enemies to hit the target. Then back here, this is also, you know, the entry area. Got a couple of guns to protect anybody who's coming on and off the ship. Also made it, you know, a little bit more protected, a little bit harder to breach. And then what I want to do is I'll briefly show you. There's an area in the bridge I forgot to show you, and then we're gonna ram. We're gonna ram probably. So yeah, sometimes this can get very disorienting, so you're gonna have to bear with it. So this is gonna be like this in here. So yeah, what I'm walking on right now is actually where the engines are. So this is a very compact ship. You'll notice I didn't use any interior blocks. Put this here. Yep. Then it rotates us to get on this side. And I would like to close that. Close this. I'm going to do the same kind of thing over here where I'm going to run through. You'll notice I'm moving to the right slightly because of the rotation. And boom. Okay. And yeah, sometimes it happens. Getting the exact proper configuration of gravity generators, which is something they just recently added. You can change the range on the gravity generators. That's what really makes this ship possible. Otherwise it would be very difficult to make, like, you know, upward and downward decks. This is the gravity generator section on this one. Moving along here, down here, this is sort of like a quasi miniature engineering section. It's got your gyroscopes, grav generator, and your small reactors. I don't have any large reactors on this one. I didn't really see it as necessary since I'm not pairing the entire craft using these reactors, and I didn't have it. You know, I'm not too worried about radiation. These small ones, very militaristic in here, using the armor. So I was hoping it would, you know, really work out well with being armor plated. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back through here. Got caught up on that. Oop, and down. I'm not gonna bother closing the doors here. Whoa. And go through. Gravity off. And I'm gonna turn this around. So I'm gonna use the right arrow key, and you'll notice that the front part of the ship, because it's independent of this back part, it thinks that, oh, I need to stop this motion. I need to dampen its inertia. So we're just gonna quickly rotate this in an about face. It accelerates rather quickly. I'll turn up the stats to show you guys how that's gonna work, but we're gonna cause some damage. We are certainly gonna do that. If I could, what I'd want to do, because each of these areas has to be controlled independently, so you're going to see me running in and out of these rooms a lot, is to have a server go and have, you know, maybe 6 people, 3 for each ship, control and see how they would do in a firefight against each other, or even, you know, just a ramming contest. This will probably show off some of the weaknesses of the design. Don't want to spoil too much, but it definitely has to do with the generator placement and what happens after a bit of damage. Keeping in mind, though, that you're probably not going to be trying to ram other large or capital ships using a ship like this. It's really not designed for that. It's designed really to be able to quickly move around. It's supposed to be a support for the Battleship Sentinel. I think I've decided, given the way it moves, is like a Vortex-class light frigate or gunship. I'm not entirely sure. You guys probably will be able to let me know what, you know, if this size would constitute being called a gunship or a frigate. Definitely a light frigate. I think most frigates are bigger than this. But yeah, there we go. I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna go this way, and I'm going to turn the jetpack on. I'm just gonna do this via jetpack. It's a little bit quicker. Turn off the jetpack. Get right side up. This is going to be a little disorienting, so if you're prone to motion sickness, you may want to fast forward a little bit. I'm just going to start accelerating, as you can see, much faster than the Sentinel. Make sure I get a good view of what's going to come. Bam! Alright. obliterated. Let's see what's gonna happen first. Probably both of them are gonna lose their generators. One of them already did, yeah. Okay, they're both basically dead in the water because well, not dead in the water in the sense, basically of yaw control. There's a whole, basically, axis of movement that is no longer able to be dampened, and these will start, you know, slowly drifting apart as we go. There are no gyroscopes in this section, so that's one of the reasons you need multiple people to fly this. Oh good, no, nice. I didn't expect this, but we're actually hitting a little bit more of it now. Is it starting to get into like a spin? Yeah, other parts of it are actually starting to spin. The back part is spinning because of the momentum, and the rest of the other ship is blocking the spin of the, yep, okay, now we're spinning again. I'm gonna slow us down. We'll go check out the damage. I don't think there's going to be too much damage in these areas. Nope, not much there. Whoa, not much there. Let's move through here. Oh, there's completely vented into space, this section right here. Wait for it, and jumping. Oh yeah, this won't have any gravity, so I might as well just kind of go through here a bit. Pretty trashed. Again, this kind of you can see how the because the gyroscopes aren't working, this is actually starting to spin by itself. But you can see where something like this probably wouldn't be used to ram, because look what can happen. So I try to put in a little bit of balance into this craft. Shown pretty much what I wanted to as far as this goes. I haven't fully fleshed out what I'm going to do with this. I haven't done any painting on it, but I was too excited. I really wanted to show you guys how this could work. And see, can I even, yeah. See, the ships are slowly drifting apart. If I stay here without moving, this ship is starting to drift away, and that ship is also drifting away slightly. Eventually, I think they will dampen out, but that's the challenge with this kind of a ship, is you've really got to have multiple people all on the same page piloting it and firing the weapons. So it's definitely going to be one that's fun for a team to use, you know, in contrast to the Sentinel that is one person really could fly it if they wanted to, and then you have a couple people on gunners. So I'm actually gonna place one of these down, a couple of these down. I'm gonna copy, maybe I'll make a new large ship, put that on it, and then I'm gonna hit escape. I'm gonna delete the block that it's on. I'm gonna copy that, and then I'm just gonna start throwing it. Nice. Nice miss. Oh, wow. Not very good at this, if you guys can't tell. Let's see how that warhead does. Yeah, it blows a nice little hole in it. But it's actually much stronger, this particular type of armor than the light armor was. So, oh, just missed. Wow, I didn't even know that was possible. Wow, if it hits too gentle, it actually won't even detonate. Yeah, that's fun to do. But yeah, this thing can definitely take a beating even from one of these. Let me put like a string of them, and then, oh, this should be fun. It's gonna hit it. Wow, even with that, it like doesn't really cause like a catastrophic amount of damage. Something's happening here. Oh, what was that? Oh man. It just snapped off. It just snapped off the back there. So that's definitely a weakness in this design. Let's put you through to here, and maybe you'll hit there, I'm not sure. Oh no, it stopped rotating. That's going to be an issue. I'm just going to ram into it as hard as I can. The jetpack, see what it does. Yeah, still very, very sturdy overall. I'm pretty pleased with this. I mean, unless you're using like so many of these, this thing can just take a pounding versus the light armor, which just gets decimated. So yeah, overall pretty pleased with this. Pleased with the design. Ooh, not pretty inside there. Pretty badly damaged. Let's see, is there any gravity left in here? Probably not. Oh god. Jetpack. Oh, the grav generator is destroyed in here too, so there's really not much that can happen now. So with that, leave a like if you liked, and I may do another update video after I have made my final touches on this. So leave a comment if anyone would really be interested in taking this for a spin in a server. Leave a like if you liked. See you next time, guys.